When was the last time you committed to doing something difficult? To seeing it through the thick and thin, the debilitating and destructive, turbulent times. This is that story. I started going to therapy a year ago, amidst a time when I was at my lowest.
I don't know what to do. Besides, look into getting a therapist.
A time where it felt like all aspects of my life were falling apart. And if you've been following me for a while now, none of this is foreign to you. Before starting therapy, I was running, searching for something, attempting to resolve inner conflict with outside solutions, like moving to a different city and isolating myself away from friends, my dreams, and my daily practices. Running away from the truth, the reality of my emotions after wading in tidal waves of grief and loss. Searching for a new chapter, a new beginning. And honestly, I'm feeling really proud of myself for seeking help during a time when I needed it most. Thank you, me, and thank you, Robin, my therapist. Seeing Robin ultimately provided me with two key takeaways: structure and mirrors. Structure meaning every single week I was committed to this ritual. A ritual I could hold myself accountable for and call mine. Structure meaning something I could have control over that was ultimately for my highest good and healing my roots. Mirrors is a little more poetic and something I didn't expect going into this. Mirrors means reflecting, sharing space with someone who is actively listening and holding the space for me to be me. Often, she sat there listening, ready to mirror back to me what my underlying story was. Structures and mirrors provided me with a few tools that I'm excited to continue practicing in my own life. I'm actually excited to commit to more structure, more of a container for myself, so that I can be all that I am without having to devalue my life, my emotions, and all that I am. You see, what I learned from Robin wasn't anything magical. It was practical tools for coming to terms with my reality, to reflect back onto me who I am, filled with my authentic dreams and desires. Oh my, you made it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to preface, I'm going to put in a clip from a few days ago that really was the inspiration behind this video. But if you want to just skip to the end or skip to this frame where I talk more about the creative aspect of making this and just of being human, you can do that too. But let's just get back into it. I've just noticed for myself, I wonder how I would feel if I stopped gossiping about myself. And I just had this realization. That sentence just sounds so good to me. The people in my life right now, my friends, my coworkers, my, family, do I know every juicy detail about their life? No, I don't. So why do I think that I need to be here's all my juice, get lost in the sauce? The fuck? Even today, I've had the most magical, amazing 5 days. And when I say that, I'm not saying it was all butterflies and rainbows, but no one needs to know. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned. But maybe today, It's hard to wrap up what I learned in a year, you know? I'm really gonna devote my energy into keeping some things close to my heart and not just talking about myself and all these things and talking things into existence. Do I just like to live in the drama? I think in the past I have. Have you benefited from therapy? Have you gone to therapy? I've only done it virtually. I've never gone to her. It was great. I just did BetterHelp, sponsor me. I signed up for their financial aid thing. And I just said, hi, I don't make much money. Can I please help me? And then they gave me a huge discount. I tried a grief group. I saw a comment the other day that was like, go to grief counseling. I tried it. I just like talking about myself too much, I think. Cheers to working on ourselves. I really just felt like coming to my car to close this out because this is where the majority of therapy for me was in my car because I did it virtually, as I mentioned. So this feels right. If you watched my last video, you can maybe see the similarities in the way my storytelling is evolving. And the reality is, we just never know what people are going through. We all have emotions and are going through a roller coaster of life. Focusing on what really fills us up is what's important. And I just can't wait to bring more real topics, to do this more with you. Structure, I'm like really excited. I am. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I'm a little bit, come back to my center. So feel free to ask me quite literally anything. I'm here. I'm an open book, as we have seen over the last 10 years. Do you want to hear more of the creative side and evolving my storytelling, or do you want to hear more of the emotional side? Being raw and vulnerable and emotional, that's just like in my core, and sharing it is a release for me, and I love it. I've always loved documenting my life. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye. Mahalo.